Shalom. All praises, honor, and glory belongs to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakah Kodash. Double honors unto the elders and to the apostles of Great Millstone, and salutations to the hopeful elect, the men that are pushing this truth in the four corners, in the highways and byways. And once again, all praises, honor, and glory belongs to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakah Kodash. It's Brother Yakal, and we're gonna do a quick lesson, entitled "Weigh Your Words in the Balance." All right. And first precept will be Sirach chapter 28, and I read from verse 24, 28 and verse 24 of Sirach. It says, Look that thou edge thy possession about with thorns, and bind up thy silver and gold. Verse 25, and weigh thy words in a balance, and make a door and a bar for thy mouth. Alright, it says, and weigh thy words in a balance, and make a door and a bar for thy mouth. So as wise men and men of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, you being in this truth, you have to weigh your words in that balance. Alright, you have to consider the effect that your words could have on a situation. Like the scripture talk about in Sirach 20, I believe. It says that there are four things: life, death, poverty and riches, but the tongue rule them all kind. And that you have to realize the power that is in your tongue. Your tongue rule over life, death, riches, poverty, wherever it is. That's why you have to be careful of certain things that you utter. Utter that you, especially things that you utter to a brother. Alright? You get it? Yeah. It says, beware thou slip not by it, lest thou fall before him that lieth in wait. Alright? 20 verse 21 and 25. Let me see, I think I found it too. 21 verse 25. 21 and 25. 20 verse 6. Anyways, give me Proverbs 15 and 1. Right? Proverbs 15 verse 1.
Proverbs chapter 15 verse 1. A soft answer turneth away wrath, but grievous words stir up anger.
Exactly, so that's weighing your words in the balance. Alright, if you know that a situation is beginning to be, heated, so to speak, you have to apply this scripture. Alright, let those soft words turn away that wrath. Alright, and don't use no grievous word. You see? Give me Proverbs 15. Give me Proverbs 12 verse 18. Sirach 20 and 12.
Proverbs 12 verse 18. There is that speaketh like the piercing of a word, but the tongue of the wise is health.
Exactly, so hey, imagine a man telling you words, alright, that it hitting you like the scripture talk about how the word of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, is sharper than any two-edged sword, alright, piercing and dividing asunder. That's Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. That's an example of the power that is in words, alright, and that's referring to the Most High. Alright, but it's the same thing with the prophets and the men of the Lord. Our words can make and break. You see? For example, right, this is Sirach chapter 28, and I read verse 7, going into the precept. 28 verse 17, it says, the stroke of a whip maketh marks in the flesh, but the stroke of the tongue breaketh bones. You see? Read it back up.
Right. Proverbs 12 and verse 18. There is that speaketh like the piercing of a sword, but the tongue of the wise is health.
Exactly, you know, but wise man, he gonna speak those words to what? Build up a brother. Alright, but these fools, alright, and an unlearned man, you know, a fool so to speak, you know, his speech gonna be like a piercing. Alright, let me read on this. Sirach 28 verse 17. The stroke of a whip maketh marks in the flesh, but the stroke of the tongue breaketh bones. Many have fallen by the edge of the sword, but not so many as have fallen by the tongue. Alright, for example, when a man spoil your reputation, that's it. Alright, if a man go about being a talebearer and speaking lies about you, you know, when you go out to seek a job, you know, when you're among certain people, you know, they have that tension or that look like, hey, I ain't want nothing to do with this man. You know, saying that, it says that, but not so many as are fallen by the tongue. There are more men that have fall by the tongue than the men that have been slain by the sword. You know, so you being in this truth, you have to weigh your words in the balance. You know, speak as the situation or as that scenario would have you. You know, you have to use that discernment to know what to say and what not to say. All right. Give me Sirach 28 and let me read this. Sirach chapter 28 and verse 12. It says, If thou blow the spark, it shall burn. If thou spit upon it, it shall be quenched. And both of these come out of thy mouth. You see, so hey, blowing the spark, all right, when you breathe oxygen into a fire, you know, that gives the fire fuel, all right. But if you spit on it or you throw water on it, it's gonna be quenched. You know, and it's the same thing with your words. You know, with a man's wrath, you know, there's a fire, man's wrath. All right, there's certain words that you could speak can either what, inflame it more and make the situation worse, all right, or like the brother that say, worser, right? Or you can actually speak those soft words, you know, and quench that fire. You know, one more precept, Proverbs 10 and 32, Bible Sean. Let me read this. Proverbs 15 verse 4, it says, A wholesome tongue is a tree of life, but perverseness therein is a breach in the spirit. You know, contentious words, all right, words that are not true, you know, you be affected by them words. You know, your spirit does actually be troubled by, you know, a man saying something about you that is not true. You know, you having to hear certain conversation in your ears, you know, all them things is trouble your spirit. You know?
Read about that?
Yeah. Proverbs 15 verse 4, it says, A wholesome tongue is a tree of life, but perverseness therein is a breach in the spirit.
Yeah, can. You know, a wholesome tongue is a tree of life, right? It goes back to a man of understanding. You can always constantly be spitting wisdom, right? But what it says, what the other part says?
It says, but perverseness therein is a breach in the spirit.
And, you know, the scripture said Lot was vexed day by day with their filthy conversation, right?
That's right.
And the same thing we going through, because at work, there's always some bullshit, you know, co-workers talking to upset your spirit, alright?
Yeah,
like, these bitches will be talking outside of shit. You know, shit that you don't even want to hear and shit that they shouldn't even be talking anyway.
Exactly, you know. They bring in their business, their personal business out in the open, you know. And they're proud to actually discuss certain things, you know. But that's all in the spirit, like Revelations 11 and 8 that said that this is spiritually Sodom and Egypt. You know, it's the same thing that was happening back in Sodom, like the brother mentioned with Lot, and it's the same thing happening today, right? And the prophets had to experience them same things, you know. But through the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, you know, we are learning, you know, to be more patient, more temperate, you know, being more built up in the spirit, you know, so that them words and them things, you know, won't affect us, you know. But every now and again they gonna breach your spirit, you know? Yeah. 10 and 32.
Yeah, Proverbs 10 and 32 says, the lips of the righteous know what is acceptable, but the mouth of the wicked speaketh frowardness.
Exactly, and they're going into that discernment. It says the lips of the wise know what is acceptable, know what to say in specific situations. You know? But a fool, the scripture talk about a fool and a babbler, is Sirach 21. Yeah, this is yeah, I read Sirach 21 verse 8. It says, he that useth many words shall be abhorred, and he that taketh to himself opportunity therein shall be hated. Alright? Let me see. No, Salakia. Alright, but it's a scripture that talk about, read back the precept in about Pusha.
Proverbs 10 and
32.
Proverbs 10 verse 32. The lips of the righteous know what is acceptable, but the mouth of the wicked speaketh frowardness.
Exactly, you know, the lips of the wise, you know exactly what to say. Alright? But the fool, they gonna just speak things that are not even expedient. You know, things that are out of time, out of the way, you know, it doesn't even apply to what's going on at the time. You know? Yeah, some say.
Yeah, plus the scripture said that even wisdom is not accepted from the mouth of a fool, because he can speak it out of time. Like a dumbass.
So, Lord willing, you know, that this short. Yes, son? Yeah, bring it.
Yeah, this is Snarky, you see my man? Sirach 21 verse 25. The lips of talkers will be telling such things as pertaineth not unto them, but the words of such as have understanding are weighed in the balance.
Come.
Right? Yeah, you know, that's straightforward, right? You know, some niggas just be talking shit, just be talking, you know, all day, you know, about stuff that don't even pertain to them. Alright? But it says the words of the wise is weighed in the balance. You know, before a wise man speak, you know, which brothers in this truth should be like though. Before they speak, you know, you think about what you're about to say twice. Alright? Think about it twice. You know? And then speak. Alright? You know, especially amongst brothers. Going on, it says, the art of a fool, Salaki, the art of fools is in their mouth, but the mouth of the wise is in their heart. What are you saying to me now? A fool is talk and then think, but a wise man is think and then speak.
Exactly.
Alright? So, you know, brothers gotta be in the spirit, you know, of thinking 2 and 3 times before you speak. Alright? You know, weigh your word in the balance. Don't only look at it from your point of view, but look at it from another brother point of view.
You know, receiving hand.
Can't, right?
Yeah. Because you have to put yourself in somebody's shoe, in that other person's shoe. You know, that's you weighing it in the balance. How how will these words, you know, affect this person's spirit? You know, that's referring to a brother. You know, you're conversing with a brother. You know, you have to consider how these words would affect his spirit. You know.
Yeah, one more. Ecclesiastes 20 and verse 27. A wise man shall promote himself to honor with his words, and he that had understanding will please great men.
Exactly.
Alright? So, you know, you're supposed to not only building yourself up with your words, but building brothers up as well. Alright? And really and truly, that goes back to speaking this word, you know, because the promotion will come from Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, and in order for Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai to promote you, you're gonna have to be doing His work. All right, you know, always speaking wisdom.
Fine. You know, so Lord willing that this short video is edifying through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. You know, and shalom to the hopeful elect.